Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars. Today, we're going to talk about a car that's really to my heart. My dad actually owned this, a 1931 Ford Model A rumble seat roadster. Give you all the details in a minute. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, the home to close to 100 classic and collectible cars that we have in stock right here for sale, ranging everything from old cars to brand new resto mods, street rods, you name it, we've got it. Take a look at our website at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com and you can see the latest arrivals, the new inventory, and our current stuff all the way across the boards. It's got to have something for everybody. But today, we're going to talk about a really special car to my heart, a 1931 Model A rumble seat roadster that my father actually had owned over 40 years ago. So one of these cars to have that kind of history is incredibly good because I actually drove this in parades in high school. So you're talking, goes back a long ways, you can tell from the gray hair that, yeah, and that was a long time ago. But you know, the 31 Model A was Henry Ford's last of the Model A's. You know, they started in 1928 and 1931 is the last one prior to the Model B, the V8 Fords coming out. But I'll tell you what, this was a car that people could afford. It was simple to maintain. The average guy could work on it, and it was very reasonably priced. And of course, the roadsters and the whatever open cars were even less money than the enclosed cars because that was still the trend, was starting to be more enclosed cars. But this was a very, very reasonably priced car in the middle of, you know, the Depression. It was something that was very important to Henry Ford, and he made these affordable for people of all ages and whatnot. But look at the color combination. I mean, it is a standout. The tan with the black fenders, with the wire wheels, of course, the tall wire wheels. Everyone wonders why they have such big, tall tires. Because they were really good for going through some of the terrible roads and the winter conditions that people had to experience across the country in 1931. Because a skinny tire will go through, you wouldn't believe how much snow a car like this will go through. Now, granted, this car hasn't been anywhere near anything bad in clement weather. It's been babied and taken care of very, very well for a very long time. But not only did whoever did this car when my dad got it, but I mean 31 is the best of the Model A's because it has all the neat features. It's got the cowl lights right here. This actually has the rock guard on front as well. Still has the auga horn, which is really cool, and the quail radiator cap. Many times they would have an motometer as well on there, so that would show you the temperature if you want, because they didn't have much for instrumentation in 1931. But take a look at this car. Chrome bumpers, beautiful headlights all the way around. Grille is in excellent, excellent condition. And I always like the little extra step plates. Just another little thing that preserves your running boards to keep them in really good shape. Of course, the open cars with the rumble seat, that's where you can put your mother-in-law in the back if you didn't want to listen to her. You put her back there. That's always one of those. I've been told those stories, okay? I'm taking a look at the inside of this car. It is the way it was from the factory in 1931. Got a beautiful steering wheel. The nice thing about the Model A's is they were a 3 on the floor, a regular clutch. You know, Model T's they made for a long, long time, but they were a little more persnickety and a little more challenging to drive for some folks, whereas this, with a 3-speed on the floor, was operated like what most people got used to at that time. So a Model A is really, really nice in that sense. This does have the tip-out windshield, your air conditioning for 1931. Also, the vent with these side glass things, just to keep the wind from blowing in your face a little more, kept it. This was one of those accessories, again, that Henry had available. Mirrors on both sides. I'm looking at the rear view mirror in this particular car. It's even got a clock in it. I mean, that was an extra optional item, you know, that Model A's probably were a little more Spartan compared to, say, your Packards or Cadillacs or whatever. But this was for the average guy who wanted to have a car that looked good, it went down the road well, and got good gas mileage, and they could work on it any time. Yeah, I often wonder when they have these rumble seats how they work, because you have to step the step plates on the other side. You have to step on them. And I always thought about, man, what if you had mud on your shoes or whatever? I mean, and then you have to step on the seat to get in. I guess that's what they did. I mean, that's why this one, of course, has been very well taken care of. Nobody's getting in it with muddy shoes, let's just say. Nice top on this car. The wood on here, of course, and the inside is very nice. The back window actually can be unsnapped, and it hooks up on the inside. So if you do want to talk to the people in the back, you can. This particular car also has the spare tire mounted on the back, and the luggage rack, because, you know, they didn't really have a trunk area. So a lot of cars from this era had you know, a luggage rack that you put your trunks and your suitcases on the outside. You can find all our cars on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. You know, give us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe. I mean, you'll find interesting stuff like cars like this, plus other vehicles that we've had over time. Lots of interesting stuff to watch and enjoy. So I guess, you know, as far as the Model A's go, this is a late model one, which means it even has the recessed firewall, which makes it even more quote-unquote desirable in terms of collectability. But this car is all steel. This car is just the way Henry Ford did it, and in Henry Ford colors as well. So if you're looking for something like this, you know, come on down. We'd love to have you come to Ellingson Motorcars in person. We're open to the public Monday through Friday from 10 until 5. And Sundays, we're closed on Sundays, but we're open on Saturdays, 10 to 4. Like I said, this is just one of those cars that has a special spot in my heart. Everyone says, why wouldn't you want to put this in your collection? Well, I have several other ones in collections. I do have the family heirloom from my great uncle, a 1928 Dodge Victory 6, been in the family 91 years. So I do have one of those older cars as well. But to me, the Model A is one of the greatest old cars, one of the nicest collectible cars. Great clubs out there, a lot of people to talk to and enjoy. And you know what I mean? It's for every age. Everyone can enjoy a Model A. So if you're looking for that Model A to add to your collection, or it's going to be your first old collector car, I'll tell you what, this would be an outstanding example, and we'd love to have you come and take a look at it. Give us a call. We'll give you more of the story. Thank you much. We'll see you next time.